About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
63. Great. Set. On anyone, huh? Crowd love Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
48-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. It's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. To the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's my heart.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
63. Don't touch that. Hey, Silver. Carl Leviani. Hey, easy 60. Go Silver, ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
63, 6. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Carl Leviani.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll try and throw for it here. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that. No touch.
A handoff, Barkley running left. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mullins. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mullins. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 53-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman could wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Trimmer. Miami.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Great, set.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Tiger Hornet. No touch set.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
73.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
63.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second down in the yard.
Go! Cougar 19!
They'll set up a throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop the throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Well, the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10.
73. Hey, great set. No.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Go Silver, ready? Great.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up second and
2nd and 9 now. That one caught by Rice. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Mullins. And he's going to be stacked up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll be caught by Rice. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Vikings 17.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to 42. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No touch that. All right, anyway, that.
Throwing is Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions results in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. For right side here, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
They'll keep leaning
crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Mullins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he'll be taken down at the 34. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete, Jefferson the target. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun again to Spears. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Barton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9.
Great, set.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The kick by Elliott is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Ty Felton, 75 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Again, it's Barkley. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
First down and goal to go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.